Everyone knew this moment was coming. Let's be real. The second Claressa Shields said Tasha K's name out loud, the clock started ticking. It wasn't a matter of if Tasha K would respond. It was a matter of when. Because if you know anything about Tasha K, you already know she doesn't let things slide. Especially when someone calls her out publicly. So when Claressa Shields went on record and said that Tasha K and Gisha 305 were a cancer to the Black community, people everywhere started waiting, phones in hand, notifications on, waiting for that response to drop. And sure enough it did. Welcome back everyone. This is Celebra, where we break things down, spill the tea anonymously, and talk about what's really happening behind the scenes. I hope you're having a great day wherever you're watching from. Sending positive energy, good vibes, and blessings your way. Thank you for taking a moment out of your day to be here with me. Now before we get into this, let me say this clearly. Everything in this video is alleged. This is personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing here is meant to be taken as a fact unless proven elsewhere. We're just talking about what's being said, what's being shown, and how people are reacting. Now let's get into it because this situation is layered. The story really picked up when Claressa Shields made those comments about Tasha K and Gisha 305. She didn't just criticize them. She went all the way in. She accused them of tearing down Black people, spreading negativity, and causing harm to the community. That kind of statement doesn't just float by quietly. Especially when you're talking about someone who makes a living off of talking about celebrities, public figures, and viral moments. So when Claressa said that, people already knew. Tasha K was going to answer. And not with a short post, not with a simple tweet, but with a full response. Tasha's video didn't start with her directly jumping into Claressa. Instead, she played a series of old clips, pieces from interviews she's done before, moments where she talked to other public figures, people like Amanda Seales, and even Bao, who has been involved in legal drama with Jada Pinkett Smith. But what really caught people's attention was a clip that seemed to feature someone who was introduced as Claressa Shields' alleged cousin. In that clip, the cousin didn't hold back at all. She threw shade in every direction. She started questioning Claressa's success. She asked what real sponsorships Claressa actually had, what major deals she really had in place. Then she went further. She brought up Papoose. She suggested that Claressa's name was only getting attention because of her connection to a married man. Then came the question about the record label, Win Records, or Run Win Records, as it was mentioned. The cousin questioned how Claressa could land what was described as a multi-million-dollar boxing deal with a company that, according to her, nobody had really heard of before. Now, I'm not saying any of that is true. I don't know the business side of Claressa Shields' career. I don't know her contracts, her sponsors, or her deals. But that's what was being said in the clip. After that, the video shifted to Tasha K speaking directly. One thing Tasha made very clear right away was that she did not agree with people attacking Claressa's looks. She said she didn't think Claressa was ugly. She said she didn't think Claressa was unattractive. And honestly, I appreciated that part, because too often online drama turns into people dragging someone's appearance instead of talking about their actions. Tasha said Claressa had a nice body. She said she had a pretty face. She even commented on her hair, though that part came off a little shady to some people. She basically said that because Claressa boxes, sweats, and trains hard, it's hard for her to maintain her natural hair, so she wears weaves and extensions. Some people took that as a backhanded compliment. Others just saw it as commentary. But the main point Tasha kept repeating was this: it's not about how Claressa looks, it's about how she acts. According to Tasha, Claressa's attitude is the real issue. The way she talks to people, the way she speaks about others, the way she jumps into public fights. That, in Tasha's view, is what people are reacting to. Then Tasha shifted the focus. She said the real problem wasn't her. It wasn't bloggers. It wasn't YouTubers. She said the real problem was Papoose. Now, the way Tasha referred to him had people laughing. She kept calling him Pap Smear instead of Papoose. She made it into a whole thing. She even turned it into a song. She joked, she sang, and she mocked him while making her point. Her claim was this. She said she wasn't attacking Claressa. She said she was actually trying to warn her. Like a family member would. Like an auntie would. Like someone who sees you heading into something messy, and tries to pull you back before things go too far. Tasha alleged that Papoose had financial issues. She mentioned tax liens. She claimed he had multiple women. She suggested that Claressa was getting deeply involved with a man who wasn't fully free, fully honest, or fully available. At one point, Tasha played audio of Claressa calling her and Gisha 305 a cancer to the black community. Tasha said she didn't even know what beef Claressa had with Gisha. She said she was being dragged into something she didn't start. Then she said something that really stood out. She said people always get mad at her because she keeps receipts. She keeps screenshots. She keeps recordings. She keeps proof. And when someone pushes her too far, she's not afraid to open that vault. That's when things started feeling serious. Tasha didn't just joke. She didn't just sing. She started making strong claims. She said that if Claressa wanted to go back and forth with her, she could release things that would cause real damage. One of the biggest claims she made was about Remy Ma and Papoose. Claressa had tweeted that Papoose and Remy Ma didn't spend the holidays together, that they were basically done, that he was fully with her now. Tasha said she had pictures that proved otherwise. She claimed she had photos of Remy Ma and Papoose together during the holidays. She said their child wasn't even in the pictures, just the two of them. According to Tasha, those photos were still sitting in her vault unreleased. She also said she had information about Win Records. She implied that if she wanted to, she could shut everything down by releasing what she knew. Her message to Claressa was basically this: you're going hard for this man. You're defending him. You're standing in the paint for him. But if I drop what I have, it won't just hurt him. Could hurt you too. Now, whether you believe Tasha or not, that's a strong thing to say publicly. Tasha also brought up the Louis Vuitton situation again. Claressa had posted about gifts, showing off luxury items, and making it seem like Papoose was spending big money on her. Tasha claimed that Claressa might have bought those items herself, and then presented them as gifts from him. She pointed to something Remy Ma had said in the past. Remy had claimed that she used to do the same thing. Buy her own expensive gifts and let people believe Papoose paid for them. Tasha's point was this: she believes Papoose has a history of benefiting from the women he's with. Their money, their status, their platform. She suggested that Claressa was now playing the same role Remy once played. Then she went even further. She said Claressa was fighting this hard for a married man. A man who still has ties to his wife. A man who, according to her, may still be emotionally and physically connected to Remy Ma. At this point, Tasha wasn't holding back much at all. She kept repeating that she wasn't attacking Claressa's appearance. She said again and again, "It's not about how you look. It's about how you move." She said calling people cancers, while being involved in a situation like this, didn't sit right with her. She said you can't point fingers at others while ignoring what's happening in your own life. Now here's where things got interesting for me personally. Felt like Tasha was still holding back. As wild as everything she said sounded, it also felt like she was hinting that she knew even more. If she really has pictures of Remy Ma and Papoose together, if she really has documents, messages, or proof about business deals, if she really has recordings, then what she shared was just the surface. And that makes people wonder, why hasn't she released it? Some people think she's waiting. Some think she doesn't want to take things too far. Others think she's holding it as leverage. Then there's what Remy Ma said in her own interview. She told TMZ that when she calls Papoose, he answers. When she needs him, he shows up. She said co-parenting works because she's not the problem. She made it sound like they still have a strong connection, even if they aren't together romantically. That makes Claressa's online posts look a little different. All the tweets about Papoose loving her, defending her, standing up for her. When you hear Remy talk, it sounds like she still has access to him in a way that goes beyond just being his child's mother. So people started putting two and two together. They started asking questions. Is Claressa seeing the full picture? Or is she only seeing what Papoose wants her to see? That's really what Tasha's whole message felt like. Less of a direct attack and more of a warning wrapped in jokes, songs, and shade. She kept saying, "I don't wish bad on you." She said she didn't want Claressa to get hurt. She said she didn't want her to end up in a situation where she looks back and realizes she was standing up for someone who wasn't worth it. Now, of course, some people don't believe a word Tasha says. They think she stirs the pot. They think she creates drama for views. They think she exaggerates and stretches the truth. Others believe she really does have information. They believe she really does get tips from people close to these celebrities. They believe she keeps a vault for a reason. And that's what makes this whole situation so interesting. It's not just about Claressa Shields. It's not just about Tasha K. It's about how public relationships, fame, and social media mix together into one big messy story. Because the moment something becomes public, it stops being just yours. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has a theory. Everyone feels like they're part of it. So now the big question is this: will Claressa respond? Will she ignore Tasha and let it fade away? Or will she come back with her own receipts, her own statements, her own version of the story? Because if she does, this could turn into a full-blown back and forth. And if Tasha really has what she claims to have, things could get even messier. For now, it's a waiting game. Some people are Team Claressa. They see her as a strong, successful woman who doesn't deserve to be dragged into internet drama. They think Tasha should leave her alone. Others are Team Tasha. They believe she's exposing something real. They think she's pulling back the curtain on a situation that isn't as clean as it looks on social media. And then there are people who are just here for the show, watching it unfold like a reality series, episode by episode. No matter where you stand, one thing is clear: this story isn't over yet, so we'll keep an eye on it. If Claressa responds, you already know we'll talk about it. If Tasha drops more receipts, we'll break those down too. Until then, let me know what you think. Do you believe Tasha? Do you think Claressa is being unfairly targeted? Or do you think both sides are just adding fuel to the fire? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next update. Hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when a new video goes up. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you again very soon.